2 years ago, I was starting to feel the weight of college actually hit me. It was less than a month into my freshman year, and the glamour of being an adult was starting to wear off. I began realizing that despite my wish to be completely independent, I just wasn't ready to grow up yet. I didn't want my problems being as real and heavy as they were. I just wanted to worry about when my friends would be home from school so we could play Minecraft. I wanted to worry about when the next episode of Gravity Falls would come out and what plot it would have. I didn't want to worry about my classes or anything like that. I just wanted to be a kid. Through these last 2 years, I've been gradually coming to terms with the fact that those days are behind me. Permanently. I will never again open a book and eat cereal on a Sunday morning with sunlight warming the leather couch in my childhood living room. If you're in college, or you're not in college, but working or pursuing something else, I'm sure you get this feeling. It's not constrained by time. Some people feel like they're not a kid while they're still in high school. For some, it's until much after college, but it's always there. It's a sobering feeling, one of a deep melancholy. To me, it's a feeling of mourning. Mourning the death of childlike innocence. I want to feel completely amazed again. I want to feel the same way I felt when I watched movies like How to Train Your Dragon or Kung Fu Panda for the first time. I want to feel the joy of building Legos because I genuinely had nothing else I wanted to do more. And yet, this will not happen. I know a lot of my audience are in that state of being early into your adulthood. I might be a couple of years in the future, but trust me, I'm trying to figure this out still. This is not going to be a video explaining how great it is to be an adult and how you should push this feeling aside and grow into yourself. I don't need to tell you the benefits of being an adult. There's a ton that I'm sure you already realize. Mainly, however, is the benefit of making choices for yourself. Sure, it's a double-edged sword. You can make bad choices and you can make good choices. There's no longer the safety net of your parents to back you up. I've made my fair share of both types of choices. It takes time to develop your own self-control and morals to stick you on the path you want to be on. It takes time to realize that the good choices you make can be just as fun as the bad ones, even if it's not instantaneous. One of the best choices I ever made was sticking with content creation throughout college. Some people look at this channel and say, it's a tiny channel, he's not even monetized, this could never be successful. To me, however, it's the pure encapsulation of the idea of making choices applied to the title of this video. There were two options for me when it came to the feeling of not being a kid anymore. I could push it down, put on this facade of a grown man with all the answers, and live my life acting like an adult until I was an adult. Or I could embrace that feeling, let it cover me head to toe and reflect on exactly what I was feeling and try to put it into words. I chose the latter, and I will never regret that. On an interview I just did with a YouTuber by the name of Flow State, I talk about how content creation is a form of journaling for me. I will sit by myself for hours with an empty document in front of me, and sometimes I don't write anything. I'm thinking, reflecting on that feeling of not being a kid anymore. Everything on this channel was created that way. So am I telling you you need to start making videos about nostalgia if you feel like you're not a kid? No, not necessarily, but I'm telling you that it's okay to feel this way, and it's also okay to pursue it. It's okay not to be ready for certain things. You don't need to start hooking up with people or drinking heavily or smoking for you to be an adult doing adult things. It took me a long time to realize how little people care about what you do once you get into college. You know, high school's all about drama and gossip, and dorm life can be like that to an extent, but I promise you that knowing yourself and owning it will be the greatest choice you can make. I put on a facade my freshman year. I pretended like I was something I wasn't. Once I took time to reflect on why I felt so empty, that realization dawned on me. So if you get nothing more out of this, I want you to remember that people are generally attracted to genuine people. Even if you have hobbies or tendencies that the majority of people don't have, just own that stuff. Be you and be unapologetic about it. The real me was an 18-year-old that was not ready to be a grown man yet. Once I came to terms with that, I started sleeping better. And I started feeling, for the first time, like my adult years could be just as wonderful as my childhood. So don't shy away from wanting to be a kid again. Embrace it. Hit up your childhood best friend and ask them to start a Minecraft world. Pick up a Diary of a Wimpy Kid book and read that thing like you're 12 again. Watch a Cartoon Network show, climb a tree, build some Legos. There is a lot of stuff that gives you temporary happiness today. But no matter what it is, from hookups to drugs, from TikTok to parties, most of that stuff leaves me feeling empty afterwards. But my greatest memories from college so far are when I made the conscious decision to do something that I would have wanted to do when I was a kid, thinking of all the great things I would do when I was an adult and I didn't have a bedtime. No matter if you're still a kid or dealing with college applications or resumes, or if you're a college student or a 30-year-old, there's nothing wrong with feeling like a kid. Thank you for watching. This has been Nostalgist. I'll see you in the next one.